Hello. My name is Katrina Martin. Could you tell me your full name, please?
Hello. My name is Diane Adam.
Thank you. Can you show me your identification, please?
Sure, here it is.
Alright, Diane. In this first part, I am going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where do you come from?
I'm from Japan, Yokohama, which is a gigantic city, close to Tokyo. I think the population is more than 3 million. But actually I was born in China, Beijing, which is a huge city too. And my family moved to Yokohama when I was 3 years old. And I have recently applied for the citizenship in Australia because I don't like the huge population and pollution in Yokohama.
So, tell me what you like about Yokohama.
Well, it's exciting. For example, there are many shops, restaurants, and markets and people everywhere.
Alright, Diane. Now tell me, what are you doing at present?
Well, I'm looking for work. Fortunately, there are lots of vacancies for my profession. I'm really looking forward to working so that I can be independent financially. My parents have spent a lot of money on me.
And what kind of work do you do?
In Japan, I was working as a cook in a restaurant. I worked there for 3 years. Then I went to New Zealand to study English and moved to Australia about a year ago to study for my PhD. And as I told before, I am looking for employment right now.
Don't worry if I stop you, I'll let you know when the time is up. Describe a personal achievement you are proud of. You should say what you achieved when you achieved it, what was difficult about achieving it, and explain why you are proud of this achievement.
Okay, so you asked me to talk about an achievement I am particularly proud of, so I could have talked about when I passed my driver's license test or when I bought my first car, but in the end, I decided to talk about the only time I actually won a sports tournament. Only once did I win my village chess tournament. It was when I was 16 years old. It was particularly difficult because, to be honest, I'm not a great chess player and I always played mainly to have fun, not really to win. But that one year I decided I made it my goal. I was going to win the village chess tournament. So, I played many games, lots of them against older players, much older than me, who were members of the club in their 50s, and it was very difficult. Playing older players is always tough. They have more experience, they do all these impressive tricks, and they definitely know how to beat their opponent. And on top of that, it's very much a matter of pride for them. They don't want to lose against one of the younger members of the club. But anyway, I won a few games against older players and then I ended up playing the final against my best friend. And that was another difficulty. He was my friend, so I didn't want to play it too mean with him, but at the same time I wanted to win. At least the fact that he was my best friend meant that I knew exactly how to beat him, though because I had played against him many times before. We had a very long game. It was nerve-wracking. It wasn't a very good game, but in the end I won. I'm very proud of my achievement because I managed to reach the goal I set for myself, and it was something that I know neither the spectators nor the other players would have expected me to accomplish.
Thank you. Was your family proud that you won the tournament?
Yes, they were. We had a big meal to celebrate, and my dad cooked pizza. He's a great cook. So that was a real treat for me. We've been talking about achievements.
Do you think that in your country academic success is more valued than other kinds of achievement, such as achievement in sport?
No, I don't. I think in my country, successful sports people are looked up to more in society at large as well as at school.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think people who are good students are often thought of as nerds and are teased by their classmates, whereas being good at sport is considered cool. Maybe this is due to the role of celebrity sports people, Francesco Lotti being the most prominent among them in recent years. They are chased by paparazzi and given lucrative sponsorship deals and so on.
Yes, I see. In your opinion, is it recognition and prizes that motivate students to succeed? Or is it a personal sense of achievement?
I would say they hanker after recognition from their teachers and perhaps envy from other students. I know that was the case with me, if I'm honest. It may be, though, that if someone is particularly timid, they would actually shy away from any special recognition of their efforts.
Right. And what do you think makes some students more successful than others?
Although, as I said, most students are motivated by recognition, I do think that those who are the most successful in the long run are those who have intrinsic motivation. And that is because you don't always get congratulated publicly for everything you do, so someone who does things only for that would soon stop making an effort, you know.
Yes, that's a good point. Now, we're going to discuss motivation and achievement in the workplace. Some people think that a successful person is someone who earns a lot of money. Do you agree?
No, I would define it as someone who benefits others.
Right. Can you explain what you mean?
Yes, I mean that working just for the money could be considered selfish. Most people do it, and I don't judge people for having that as their primary objective. Nevertheless, those who work to help others are more inspirational. Nurses, for example, who really don't earn much, or youth workers, who often don't get much appreciation for their hard work, or those who do volunteer work with the homeless, or something like that.
Yes, so you would say that most workers in your country were motivated primarily by money.
I would say, yes. It's only normal. People have families to feed, and given the choice of a low-paid job that benefited others and a higher-paid job that benefited their own family, it's only reasonable that most would choose the latter. It's possible that those who choose the former kind of job are single or young and so don't have that many responsibilities.
Okay, and what about how things in the workplace have changed? Do you think people in your country take the same pride in their work as they used to?
That's a tough question. I am inclined to say no,
Why do you say that?
because many people in my country now work for huge companies. They may never ever have seen their managing director and certainly don't know him very well. They don't have any reason to take pride in doing the job to a high standard because feedback is limited. In the past, companies were not only smaller but tended to be family-run, so everyone had something invested. I mean, personally speaking, in the business, they cared about the success of the business.
Thank you. It's been nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and share our video.